We don't own any of these food corporations. We don't own any of the cargo ships with food coming in to store these restaurants.
We did, though.
The so-called, we did at one point in time. But I'm talking today, we don't own any of those things. We serve our enemies. Let me finish that.
And in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So it says in nakedness. Tommy Hilfiger, who is that? That's a so-called Edomite, right? Yeah, Edomite. So understanding that even the shirt that you put on, we had to go to another nation to get that shirt. That's a curse from God because we disobeyed God. And it's the scripture saying, and in want of all things, meaning birth certificate, death certificate, driver's license, passport. We can't get any of these things without asking the other nations for these certain type of things. That's serving our enemies in want of all things. No matter what, no matter what you want, you have to go get permission from your oppressor. You with me, brother? I'm trying to show you how we are able to identify that we the 12 tribes of Israel. And in order to change our communities, in order to change our neighborhoods, we got to come back to who we are. You're the greatest thing on this earth, brother. Y'all been talking, give me Deuteronomy 7:6.
Bring it out.
You understand that God chose you, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He chose you. You are God's chosen people. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
You're a holy people unto the Lord thy God. Stay with me, brother. Stay with me. Stay with me. You're a holy, meaning separate. You separate from all other nations. The Arab, the Chinese man, the East Indian man. God said, you read that?
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
God chose you, so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native American man. You are a special people unto God. That's God's words. He said that to you. Now I know we've been destroyed through slavery and all these different atrocities, but we must come back to our nationality as God's chosen people.
Above all people.
He said above every nation on this earth. You are above every nation on this earth if you keep his commandments, if you apply these scriptures, if you understand that today you are an Israelite according to God. You with me, brother? Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above everyone, brother. Above all nations. That's what you got to understand. We trying to build you back up to that king you was. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me ask you another thing. When we go out here today, you know, you see our communities and our neighborhoods. You want to understand one thing is that we're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Give me that, Jose. You destroyed because we don't know this Bible. We don't know who we are. We searching for the answers in religion, different type of practices. But when God's telling you is that we don't know the knowledge. Read that for me. But you got to understand that what is destroyed and what has been taken over place over time from 1619 since we got off those boats is that they have been mentally destroyed. Would you say that today as a community we're mentally destroyed? Can you? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That we don't. For instance, back in the 70s, 80s, we was united. You know what I'm saying? We all knew who a common enemy was. You know what I'm saying? We all had this one sense of togetherness. But now, of course, the 80s epidemic and the crack epidemic, we've been constantly destroying ourselves. Read that.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
So, my brother, who are God's people? Who are God's people? You with me?
I know who God's people is.
Who's God's people?
We God's people.
There you go. You gotta say that thing proudly, bro. We are God's people. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are the chosen people of God, bro.
But God also put us here to show.
Right.
God put us here to turn the land. If you go back,
turn back. Give me 1 Kings 8. Give me 1 Kings 8.
So people got tricked into certain things, which led to things. That's why the Greeks and things happening out there in Rome. That's when the awakening, when somebody got harmed and they all.
Right, so let me stop. Okay, you made a point. You made a statement that God put this upon us, right? He did this it wasn't for our destruction. It was for us to remember who we are. Let me read this for you. Read that.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 46. If they sin against thee,
we sinned against God. We turned our back against God. Read.
For there is no man that sinneth not, and thou be angry with them, and deliver them to the enemy.
We got delivered unto our enemies.
Right.
That's what happened. I'm reading the statement you just made. I'm reading to show you that this is all from God, to not to destroy us, but to correct us. Read.
So that they carried them away captives unto the land of the enemy.
Were we carried here captive into the land of our enemies?
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.